Hey guys, full video of yesterday's session for my warm-up and my deadlifts. So I didn't end up filming all of the working sets for deadlifts, but I did do my warm-up. I did some of the top sets. So I did my second set of 310, my last set of 270 and my last set of 230. So for warm-ups, I worked up to 270 kilos, same as I did last Friday. So no rest, just chucking on a plate each side, moving up to the next to 8, and so on. So my goal is to complete this warm-up in just under about 5 minutes. So I did this in 3 minutes, about 3 minutes 40 yesterday, which I was happy with that. I do want to get to the point where I have someone either side and just putting a plate on one at the top of the rep. The reason why I want to do this, I really want to work on that grip strength and focus on that, but also focus on that core bracing. I'm not having that any even little tiny rest, just loading on another plate. This all moved really well, so like I'm really happy to see where this beltless is going while I'm recovering. This has been a goal of mine for a while, is to work on this. So the heaviest I've ever done beltless before, I think, is 320 on the dot for a single. And yesterday I achieved something that I was really happy and really proud of, which was 2x2 at 310, and they were cluster deadlifts. So what that means is just having a brief rest, so stepping back and then stepping back forward and going again, having a complete reset. Now for the second set, I was a little bit fatigued from the warm-up and the first set because I was having a short rest period. I'm trying to increase my endurance during this recovery season. That way I don't cramp as much when I'm at comps or after comps. I'm wanting to have a longer progression period that I can actually maintain a good baseline for. So by the end of this block, I am wanting to get as close to 330 or 340 for cluster deadlifts without a belt, and then into the drop sets, obviously, where I do my sets of 3, sets of 6, sets of 8, or so on, depending on what day of the week. So on Mondays, I'm just going down to about 2. So this week I went down to 230, next week will be 240. On Fridays, I'm going all the way down to 3 plates or 4 plates, depending on where I am at that week, and I'm doing up to about 16 to maybe even 32 reps for a set. So I'm finding this is really good in my off season at the moment and this recovery season, because I haven't really been able to do this for a while. I've been so focused on moving on to the next weight, and my shoulder flare up and finally being able to actually figure out what's going to be wrong with it is the best time for me to do this recomp and reset. It allows me to set new goals, allows me to focus on different aspects that I may have been overlooking with my lifting, and it allows me to perfect things that I normally teach my clients to perfect to such a high degree. This is also giving me time to come up with new exercises, such as the safety squat bar neutral press, grabbing onto the safety squat bar handles and using that as the press. It causes a lot more stabilizers to be brought in, fighting the roll back from the safety squat bar and so on. But that's not what today's session is about. So as you see, I'm working so much on the brace, holding the brace throughout the rep and putting the extra pressure on my abdominal area. I'm trying not to lose any, not break down. That's because I don't want to round that lower back, especially without a belt. That's dangerous. So this is key into carrying over to my belted deadlift and how much it can improve in the long run. The biggest focus for this though is making sure that I'm taking the time in the reps. So as such, as you'll see in a second with the 310 kilos in the last set, the second rep I had to take it slower because I was running out of breath due to a bit of fatigue, due to the short rest periods and the intense increase in weight and speed. So the rep took longer because I wanted to focus on holding that brace, and I knew if I pulled it too quickly like I did for the first set, that there could be a possibility of a breakdown through the brace due to fatigue. So as you'll see here, the first rep moved quite easy. I put it down just due to a bit of a slip in my grip. It was getting fatigued at that point. And the second rep I realized, okay, I didn't want to lose any brace, but I wanted to grip the bar even harder, which I did. This managed to allow me to move the rep slower and hold onto the bar for a lot longer period of time. And this next week I will be doing this weight again to secure a longer hold for both sets like I did. Reason why I'm moving up like this is because I want to have such a good grip strength carryover, so when I go back to normal deadlifts, I'm not having to worry about straps as much, unless it's like a high rep set at like 340 or 360 kilos. After this, as you can see, I do my drop down sets. I did 3x3 on 270, and then I did a further 2x6 on 230 kilos. Now, these all moved really easy. I had a lot more in the tank in that regard, but because I'm in a recovery period and I'm still learning what's wrong with my shoulder, I am being a bit more gentle with it, and I'm just taking loads that I feel like can be quite comfortable for it, but still allow me to exert and increase my maximum strength over time, while also increasing my my bottom portion of my baseline. After this, did leg press, accessories, and so on. I had hack squats, which the hack squat machine jammed at one point, so I went and did some extra leg press, leg extension, hamstring curls, some lunges, and I will be bringing in split squats soon, just slowly incorporating it and being very careful, just due to the injuries I got. Anyway, see you next.